Good morning, class. I hope you all had a great weekend. Let's refresh our minds from last week. I wrote down the word habitat on the smartboard. A habitat is a place or environment where plants or animal lives and grows. So think of your houses. Your house is your habitat because you live with your parents, your siblings, and your pets. Many other species have types of habitats as well, and we're going to learn more about that and refresh our minds. However, I want you guys to first talk to a partner next to you and discuss what makes up a habitat, what types of things, or what other types of resources or environmental factors. I'll give you about 1 to 2 minutes to discuss, and then we can talk about that as a class. All right, my friends, eyes on me, come back to me. Okay, so does anyone have any ideas of what makes up a habitat? Yes, George. Water, yes, water is a great example. Anyone else know? Yes, Nikki. Trees are another great example of what makes up a habitat. Anyone else know? All right, that's fine. We're gonna take a look actually at more examples and visuals to help us activate our prior knowledge and refresh our minds. So the first one, as we talked about, is water, and the water is an ocean. Ocean is a habitat on Earth. Second is a river. A river is another type of habitat. Many other types of species live there. And third is a forest. Forest is another type of habitat. Does anyone remember what type of animal lives in this type of habitat? Anyone remember? Yes, Corey. Yes, the panda bears. Panda bears live in bamboo forests. So that's another crucial habitat and connection we made. So now we understand the types of habitats and what lives in these habitats. We need to understand what the 4 basic needs are. Does anyone remember from last week what those 4 basic needs are to survive? Okay, that's fine. We're going to refresh. So the first basic need to survive is water. The second one is food. The third one is shelter. And the last one is mating. So those are the 4 basic needs to survive in a given habitat. So now we discuss these 4 basic needs. We need to understand that the availability of these resources is a crucial factor in determining the size of the population. So now let's talk about our own population now. So right now we're reaching nearly 8 billion people and counting. That's a significant number. And you can see that each year it's growing and growing and growing and growing. However, we need to note that once a population cannot continue to grow because our Earth is limited in the number of resources available and needed to survive. So let's think about those resources again in the previous slide. Those 4 basic needs are water, food, shelter, and mating. Those are the 4 basic needs and resources to survive. So we need to understand and make more important connections and understand that our Earth is limited in these given amount of resources. Does anyone remember, when you think of the word capacity, what types of words relate to the word capacity? Anyone know? Billy, yes. What do you think of? Limited, that's a good word. Anyone else know? Yes, number. Number is a good one too. That's fine, we're going to talk more about it. So carrying capacity is the number of individuals of a particular population that could be supported in a given environment. And we're going to talk about this and help you guys visualize. I'm sure you've seen this in real life. So here's some common places that we might see it. Like an elevator. In an elevator, you might see this sign. It says capacity 2,500 pounds, and only 16 passengers are allowed. That's the maximum amount of passengers allowed in that given area. And that's the whole idea with carrying capacity. Only a certain amount are allowed in safely in this environment. And the same thing with transportation services. Only a certain amount of students are allowed to sit in a given seat. So you can't have 100 kids, 100 students come onto the bus because there's not enough seats available for them. So this whole idea can relate to even animal populations. In a given animal population, if an animal population exceeds their carrying capacity, the certain habitat may cause the animal to not survive. And we're going to discuss those factors later on as we go. So most importantly, today we're going to talk about and get to watch a video, and we'll get to do a fun activity with a map to discover various species on our Earth that we must understand and need to help and support. So let's get started because there's a lot to do.